Good morning, Catfish KC. This is Matt, and I'm going to show you guys a small video just pertaining to the type of bait we use and how hard and frustrating sometimes it can be to get that bait. We typically will cast net. There's several different locations. Usually we get shad at a better spot. We get live baits at better spots. And so I'm going to show you a couple of those spots today. Now, my friend Joe actually sent me a photo of one of our waterfall locations that we typically catch shad at. This is with a cast net, and it's usually has a pretty good flow, but he sent me a picture of it just roaring, and it's been flooding here. So I'll show you a little bit of that, and I caught a little bit of footage of when it was actually just overflowing. There was no way you could cast a net in there at all. I'll go ahead and show that now, and then we'll check it out here in a little bit and see if it's gone down any. Okay guys, I'm at the same location where the flooding was happening that I showed earlier, and this is our typical place to get shad. And I'll go ahead and show you. It looks like some people here are fishing, but it's kind of gone down quite a bit. This is what you would consider a fairly good amount of water coming down it compared to the other day. The type of cast net we're going to use today, I just picked up a Bass Pro about 20 minutes ago. So I went ahead and got this one, which is made by Betts, and it's called Ebb Tide. It's 5 foot in radius, and it actually has lead in there, so it's gonna be sinking a lot faster and hopefully catching us more bait fish and not having to throw the net 25 times. This is a 5 foot net. If I were you starting out cast netting, I would definitely watch for structure in the water, because I don't know how many of these I've broken. I have a garage full, about 15 or 20 of. I have to clean the garage out and throw them away. But they are very fragile if you do get caught in anything. But I would suggest something around 4 foot in radius if you're starting out. There's plenty of YouTube videos on how to throw. My throw is a little bit different than other people's throw, and I'm working on it. But it produces fish, and so we're gonna go ahead and go to our second location where we get a lot of our live bait that we use. And I'm gonna go ahead and cast this in, show you guys how I cast, and see what we can come up with, because we're hoping to get on the water today and target some big fish. All right guys, that first cast was 21 shad, different sizes, but they're all usable sizes, over 6 or 7 inches long. So let's see if I can get any on this one. I'm usually not used to catching shad here as much. I'm used to catching live baits that will stay alive. So let's see what this one can bring us. That's a wrap. All right, well, in about 5 or 6 casts, we got over 50 shad and a few live baits used tonight. So this is about half of them. We're gonna put them on ice here. The rest of them are in the live well, and we'll see how they do. But let me kind of show you what we did get. Like I said, I did put a good portion of the shad in the live well. Whether they stay alive or not, that's not up to me. But this is what we got in the bucket. That's what's gonna go on ice. We got in the live well. You might not be able to see it, but they're swimming around pretty good. So I'm gonna add some ice to this. Yeah, add some ice to that, and hopefully we can keep them alive for a little bit. That'd be nice to get a live shad on the line for a flathead or blue. So, all right, successful trip getting bait. Sometimes it can be very difficult and frustrating. A lot of times in the heat of summer, that's why some of these I might even freeze, because sometimes in the heat of summer it's hard to even find a shad. You got to go way out deeper. So I appreciate it, guys. Thanks. Ooh, look at that. New vacuum sealer came in. We're gonna try this with some of the shad I just caught. Okay, here's my first successful vacuum sealed package of shad. These were a little bit smaller, so I went ahead and put 5 in there, but this thing seems to work really great. All right, we've got all of these fish. We're gonna use some of them for bait today, but I'm gonna go ahead and use this new vacuum sealer. It looks to do a great job compared to the old way. So I got some small. Hey, Raylan. I've got some smaller ones, about 6 to 7 inches, and also I got some ones that are over a foot long. So
hey, Daddy,
we're gonna go ahead and try this out.
Daddy, can I put little holes in them?
No, do not poke little holes in them.
Why?
All right, we're gonna make this one. Put a couple of small ones in here. Maybe a few. Put a few of them in there. Place that right down there till it clicks. Vacuum seal. And I think it is good to go.
Good to go, good to go.